So going back in and playing the old Forza Horizon games, man, I'm gonna be real here and say Forza Horizon 2 for me was such a great game, dude. And if y'all are new here, do not worry because I am obviously a newer player to this entire franchise. And going back in and kind of playing each game, I will be playing Forza Horizon 1 next, leading up to Forza Horizon 6. So I figured what could be the best thing I could do here, bro? You know, jump back in and play some of the old games and kind of get in tune with them and see where the entire series went. And I gotta admit, Forza Horizon 2 really hit that in every single direction. Some of which for me though, going through this game, I would say the one thing that really hit me was the overall festival vibe was pretty dang good in the game. Now, I haven't played Forza Horizon 1 yet, so I can't judge that game, obviously. But playing Forza Horizon 2 though, guys, I do like the way they kind of had this entire freedom and structure of the game designed for the most part. You could pretty much pick any championship of your liking, right? You could kind of pick any vehicle if you do own the said vehicles, or at least pick the cars you have and then jump into some of the championships that way, do the races, get what you need, you know what I'm saying, and then get more money, you know, earn the wheel spins, which funny part is not going through the game using wheel spins, bro, was kind of weird, and then starting to use them, I did like having the boost of helping me get something like a Koenigsegg or, you know, some of these other vehicles later on in game, being able to run those, which is something I did enjoy how the entire structure of that really was set up to, okay, well, you will have to go through and do these races and then, you know, get that championship done, do the other one, use this class vehicle, head over to this direction here. And I did like how everything kind of flowed in not only the progression standpoint, but in ways, guys, I gotta admit, Forza Horizon 2 kind of made me almost want to continue to play the game, you know what I'm saying? And I know that might sound stupid, but hear me out, though, because when I was jumping into this game, I kind of started to really play. I'm like, okay, but once I started doing the events and all that, I really got sucked into the progression, and the game was kind of like, all right, dude, well, now you got to go get these vehicles, or, oh, you want to race this championship, get a better car here, and then go have more fun in this area, and then go over and head over to, like, the off-road area, race those events, and then head over to this part and do, like, a city race. It was such a dope mix-up, and I kind of think having that overall setup, man, it really did work. I think they did a great job with this in Forza Horizon 2. Now, is it the best overall racing design ever? Probably not, but I would say it was a good design, but also a fun one for that matter. Now, if we flip that over, and yes, we talked about the races, let's now talk about the cars, though, a little bit, guys, which in this game, I'm going to say it, I love the way the cars handle, bro. For this game coming out in 2014, it kind of blows my mind playing it now, basically coming up to 12 years later. And it kind of is insane how the cars really do feel so dang fun. Whether you're driving something like a Supra or an R34 or a hypercar of some sort, off-roading or something like that, dude, you really do have so many differences of vehicles in the game, but also it's the way that they feel when you are racing them. I do really like doing something like off-roading, guys. You all know me at this point. But do not get me wrong, though, as I do enjoy racing regular vehicles on roads, and as crazy as that does sound, it is still super fun, man. I was having a great time because it's the point of using different cars in a racing game that is probably one of the biggest things you focus on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a racing game. You probably focus on using different types of vehicles on different types of surfaces, and also how those said cars do handle in every area that you're in. And Forza Horizon 2, for me, really did show that, yo, you can go have fun driving something like a Subaru on the road here, and then go do like a dirt race in a different type of vehicle over there, head over to the other side of the map, which we all do know this game is based in like France, Italy type, right? There's a lot of beautiful roads in this game and beautiful areas where these races are set up. You can also feel different cars and kind of have different vibes if it's that car is a convertible or if you're driving a Ferrari or all those different things, guys. And Forza Horizon 2 really did capture that so dang well for me. And speaking of all of that stuff, though, of how the game and the cars do make you feel some type of way, one thing I really did like about this game, if I'm being real, the map design, dude, I really did love Forza Horizon 2's map. And as every single Forza that I'm going through, I do know everyone might not like something about this map or that map, or, you know, how Forza Horizon 5's map is kind of iffy. But I gotta admit, guys, there's things I like about every map, man. If I'm being real, every single map does have positives to them. And even Forza Horizon 2 for me really does have that same feeling. And that was something I really was noticing. I love the way the roads are laid out in this game and how they set up the events in certain areas. Now, you probably could come through and go, well, dude, the races are in the same areas, or you might end up in ways probably feeling like you're doing the same races or certain things like that in the same areas. And you know what? I did kind of notice that a little bit, but If I'm being real, though, it didn't really bother me, man. I think it was pretty dope with how they did have the races laid out. But was cool to me, though, is doing some of the same races but driving different cars in them. It kind of blew my mind how they also felt different while you were doing some of these same races with certain vehicles, okay? Like some of the races or events, they may end up overlapping and stuff, which we all do know the entire event structure in this game probably would overlap at some point or another with how the overall design is. But even doing some of those same races, I was having such a great time in those said vehicles still, bro. Like, it really wasn't bothering me that much that I had to go do some of the same races. And if you got super far into the game, like 70, 80, 100 something, championships, then sure, I could probably see some of that getting a bit repetitive, and I could definitely understand that, guys. But being pretty far into the game, I'm having a great time going through those and, trying to find some of my favorite races or which races or areas I liked in certain vehicle classes. And it was just so dang fun. I really did enjoy doing that. It was a great time of picking some of your favorite vehicles or going, okay, well, let me go try this car out real quick over here and see how it does in this area. Or let me go drive this car in the main city part because I just like the vibes of that. Let me go do more of those races. It really did all hit so dang much. Now, a lot of people did talk about, at least for me anyway, one thing I love about Forza Horizon 2 is the festival or music in the game. Which I do kind of think the festival in this game, for me, was really good with the way it was set up. I will admit, though, again, I haven't played Forza Horizon 1. That game probably holds the entire crown of festival, if you know what I'm saying. Kind of gives you that feeling. When I was playing Forza Horizon 3, which I will talk about that a bit, to where I played Forza Horizon 3, and then back-to-back I went right into Forza Horizon 2 to see how the games are different. I'll talk about the festival design or the stuff in that game compared to 2. Because it's kind of crazy to me jumping into Forza Horizon 2. There are so many positives about it, and then you jump into like another Forza game, or in my case, Forza Horizon 3, and you go, okay, I like this, I like that, this is kind of better in that game, or that's better in the other one. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy how things like that do end up happening. But the overall design of Forza Horizon 2, I think even in 2026, if you're a new player, how I was going back in, going, all right, let me go try some of the old Forza games. You will easily have a great time in this game, bro. Like, I truly believe you would have a great time in Forza Horizon 2. You have a fun time going around the different areas of the map, guys. I love it. I've talked about in other videos. That coastal side road on the main bottom part of the map, dude, I guarantee y'all right now, that would probably be most people's favorite road in the entire game. Whether it's sunset, raining, the overall vibe of that road is amazing in so many different cars. And speaking of that, though, when we're talking about the races and different designs, exploring the map and going after the XP boards and different things, still really enjoying that. And also on top of that, doing some of the bounty racers that would pop up that would give you like an extra money boost. Those really helped me a lot with getting some of my vehicles unlocked, because we can all say that you gotta go out there and grind, my dude, which is true. But I do like how little things attack me if you want, getting some money from here we go, wheel spins. But also doing some of those drivatar like bounty races were fun, because they give you like 50,000 here, 50,000 there, and sometimes, bro, they were a little bit insane with how fast they were. But I kind of like how those would pop up throughout different parts of the game itself. And I do feel like when you throw all of that in, depending on the car you're driving, like, oh, dude, I can't race. Like, sometimes I'd be in a lower level, like a vehicle, and I'd see like a Porsche or like it was a Lambo or even a Koenigsegg pop up sometimes. I'm like, yeah, bro, I can't race that thing. But you'd go back in, grab a different car, and then the drivatars would pop back in. It was so dope. I really did love it. But with me going around different parts of this map and exploring and trying to find areas that I enjoyed, which was kind of funny to me because I continued to keep going through some of these areas and doing some of the races in there. And then I was like, all right, let me go do this other event here, which kind of had me laughing because when I jumped into it, I had to use an S1 vehicle, specifically a Mustang, and pretty much race it down a mountain. And I was kind of laughing. I'm like, all right, let me go drive some supercars off-road here, which I was noticed some of those events were popping in a little bit. But to me, though, it kind of added on to the funky, variety you'd probably see in Forza Horizon, which we all do know it's probably not the first time you had to race a car like that off-road or going down a mountain like you had to do in Forza Horizon 3 or even Forza Horizon 4 using a supercar driving down a mountain, bro. So it was kind of funny how the funky races like that do pop up. And we all do know one of the other things that pretty much everybody loves about Forza. I have to throw this in there. The customization stuff on the vehicle, and what I mean by that is the engine swapping. I know people are like, well, you got Forza Aero, which is true, But one of my favorite things, though, is the fact that I can go engine swap or level a vehicle up, make it A or B or even S1, and using that vehicle in different classes like that, bro, it still feels literally different in the other races that you're using that said car in, which is something I really did love about it. And with that being said, though, it was really cool to be able to go and change some of these cars and actually jump into some of these races, knowing that if you go to the same area, you know, as I talked about before with the entire event structuring and stuff like that, of how some of the events might feel, you know, similar, you might be in the same areas and stuff. It was cool being able to upgrade a vehicle differently or pick a different car and jump in there and kind of race and focus on different things like that. But I do think the overall progression flowed to me, guys, in this game. I feel like it was really good. It was definitely on the slower side of, oh, you're not going to have all these crazy cars, you know, as fast as you think you want to have them, or hoping you'd get all those cars a lot quicker, because I did notice it is definitely a little bit slower in Forza Horizon 2 on, you know, progressing through the game and stuff, which I noticed I got $1 million later on from the really big championship. The next one I thought I was getting another million, which with that I was hoping to get a supercar. But I did end up getting something I was not expecting, which was $50,000 or like $70,000. So it obviously was enough. I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I jumped in, did around 3 or 4 championships back to back, doing some off-road ones, doing some super hypercar ones as well. And then from there, I was able to unlock more of the wheel spins, which helped me get some cars I was also able to use in different classes to mix things up, but also getting some money bonuses, which later got me to some of the cars I did want. So I really did like how all of that flowed in together. And with that, guys, I am curious to know what y'all think, because I was kind of thinking about this a little bit. What do y'all truly think about the festival vibe of Forza Horizon 2? Like, what do y'all think about it? Do you like it? Is it one of your favorites of the entire franchise? I am super curious, because for me, though, playing some of the music or hearing the vibes of the entire festival of the game, or, you know, how they designed it of the quote-unquote festival vibes, I think it was pretty good, bro. Was it the best overall festival feeling in a Forza game? I'm really curious to know what y'all think. I can even make a video about each festival in every single game. If we do compare it to something like Forza Horizon 5 or even 4, you'll probably find things you do like about it a bit more, but I also haven't played 1, as I have heard. To a lot of people, it's pretty much the best overall festival vibe out of the entire series, so I am really curious to know what y'all think about that. I'm also curious to know how I will take Forza Horizon 1 when I do end up playing it. But some of the key points here with Forza Horizon 2, guys, I really gotta admit, I have talked about this in other videos, but I love the way this game looks. It not only looks amazing, it plays so dang great. I love the atmosphere that they captured in Forza Horizon 2. They really did nail it, man. Whether the sun's setting, whether it's raining, nighttime, daytime, any vehicle that you're driving really does have a different feeling to it, which I think is absolutely amazing. I do like, again, I would probably say people will say that the championship design or the race design probably can feel a bit repetitive, but personally, you know, upgrading different cars, lowering their overall power, then also jumping into that race or using a different car instead of the same one could mix up the overall gameplay, which is something I did enjoy. I would probably say some players might end up noticing that, yo, I got to do these races again or something like that, which, you know what, I do understand. And in ways, even though a lot of these old Forza games have a lot of great positives, guys, we got to be real and say some of that overall repetitive nature with the events, we can definitely say that was kind of fixed in the new games. I didn't really notice that in 3, which I gotta admit is a big positive. 4 and 5, I did like the way the events were in those games as well. Like, it didn't feel like it was putting you in the same races, right? Which is something I would say other players might notice. Did I hate it? Definitely not, but it is something that you will probably end up noticing if you get super far into the game. You're trying to get some of the higher-end vehicles like hypercars. You will most likely notice something like the entire event structure. But again, though, does that completely ruin the game? I wouldn't say it does, because, bro, once you get farther into the game and you get the car builds you want, you get the hypercars, you explore the map, you get a lot of XP, you find the fast-traveling things, which really does help a lot, guys. One thing I did not even know is looking at the skills, I could use a fast travel thing where I could fast travel everywhere, bro, and I was kind of mad at myself. I never even noticed that until later on, to where you could fast travel to the races and do all that. One thing I also did enjoy, by the way, which I saw like a mixed opinion on, was when you had to get to the festival thing to start one of the next championships, you had to do like a road trip there. I don't know what it is, dude, but I really enjoy doing those. Driving, whether like one part of the map to the other side, whether it was like 6 or 7 miles. And I really just had to crack that joke right there, which somebody's going to be like, what did you say they're blocked? But either way, though, if you are doing some of the bigger road trips, man, it was so dang fun. I really did enjoy doing those, going to the next location, driving some of these slower cars, or buying the next car I had to use for the next championship. It was so dang fun, guys. I really did enjoy the France-Italy take they did in Forza Horizon 2. I really do think this game is so dang fun and super solid. Even in 2026, if you haven't played it, I would definitely recommend to play it, guys. And I would say for me, there's a lot of great positives about this game. I would definitely recommend trying it out. Even if you're like, well, I mean, it's older, it probably doesn't look great. It might, age very poorly. And when you jump on it, dude, you're going to be like, bro, this game didn't age poorly. It still looks absolutely fantastic, even in 2026. You will have a lot of fun in this. Yes, obviously online doesn't work, but you know what, though? We got a working offline mode in a racing game, which allows you to go through and play some of these old games, and I absolutely love it. Do let me know what some of your favorite things about Forza Horizon 2 are in the comments below. I'm super curious. For me, guys, I do love the way the cars are designed. The cockpit view is amazing in each of them, and also going super fast in Hypercars, or even the sense of speed in general. It was nailed, but on top of all of that, the overall map design with the coloring and the textures of the map, dude, it all completely hits.